Hi everyone, my name is Claire Gallagher, and I wanted to talk to you today about Saint Makeup. I'm not going to go through the whole how to apply it. What I'm going to just do is just start applying my makeup, tell you a little story. I think everybody wants to hear a funny story. For those that don't know me, I am in Canada. I grew up in Toronto, moved out to Victoria, then out to New Brunswick, and now I am here in Nova Scotia, which is on the east coast of Canada. So when I was 21, I had a baby. He's still amazing. So shortly after we had our baby, my boyfriend at the time and we got married. We was poor. We didn't have a lot of money back then. And so I had to basically make do with anything that I had. Because I was breastfeeding at the time, I didn't have, the little breast pads that you wear to stop the leaking. So what I would do is I would just take a pad, cut it in half, and use that. It worked. Fast forward to the day of the wedding. I borrowed a dress from my sister. She had this beautiful white dress, and it had tons of little buttons that went down the front. That's what I wore. It was December the 2nd of 1984 when I got married. Off we went. I found like a minister online that was able to do this for me. And so off we went. I went and I had to take the subway, the bus, the streetcar, all of that. We didn't even have a vehicle back then. So off we go to get married. We get married and we decided to go to the CN Tower, because this was back in Toronto, for our sort of meal afterwards. So everybody that came for the wedding, and there wasn't very much of us, it was just my family. We went to the CN Tower. So while we were at the CN Tower, my son needed to be fed. What do? This is the 80s, people. So back then, you didn't breastfeed in public. You just didn't. I had to take him to the bathroom to nurse him. Not the nicest place to do it, but that's all we had the option. So at the time, my new little stepsister-in-law, who was all of 8, she never held back on, what she wanted to say. We were walking back and she goes to me, she goes, "Claire, why do your breasts say always?" And I went, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "Your breasts, why do they say always?" And I went, "No." So I pulled over to a mirror, and sure enough, when I cut the pad in half, put one on one boob, one on the other boob, I didn't take off the little tag. It said always. So I'm mortified. Like, I'm 21 years old. Like, oh my God. Everybody on the subway saw me. Everybody on the streetcar. Like, everybody. And so I went to my now husband. I said, "Did you know?" And he goes, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, why didn't you tell me that my boobs say always?" And he goes, "I thought that was your wedding present for me." And I couldn't stay mad at him because it was like, right? But yeah, that was my wedding day. And we're no longer together. We divorced quite a number of years ago, but we're still good friends. Still very close to my son, of course. It was kind of ironic that I was talking about embarrassing moments, and in my last video, I blended everything, except I left this one spot right here the whole time. I'm looking. Are you going to blend that? Are you going to do that? No, I didn't. But that's okay. So if we go through life trying to be perfect, I have to look back on everything in my life. And so I just want to say thank you, everyone who's supporting me. And don't ever take yourself seriously to the point where you decide you can't do something because your fear of making a mistake. Probably going to be my whole thing. Mistakes all the way through. But thanks, everyone. You have a great day.